Title: Fresh Start Academy, How a Barber Program in Far North Queensland is Changing Young Men's Lives. At-risk young men in Far North Queensland are learning an in-demand skill through the Fresh Start Academy, a not-for-profit program that teaches the foundations of haircutting and running a retail business. Participants at Fresh Start Academy are at risk of disengaging from education or have been through the justice system. Founder Rod Hodge says the program has had incredible success in getting young men into employment and meeting the shortage in the barber industry. The program also provides free haircuts to remote communities and people living rough. Fresh Start Academy is seeking funding to continue its work. Title: Mount Alexander Falcons, a football club for women and gender-diverse people. Photographer Mitch Navalis stumbled upon a poster outside a Castlemaine supermarket inviting women and gender-diverse people to try football. Navalis, who identifies as non-binary, found a sense of belonging in the Mount Alexander Falcons, a community football club created by and for women and gender-diverse people. The club's president, Alana Wern, and her friend modeled the club on the Preston-based Darebin Falcons, putting women and gender-diverse people as the #1 priority. The Castlemaine-based Falcons are playing their first official season as part of the inaugural women's football competition in the Riddle District Football Netball League. Woman thrown to the ground and arrested by police at peaceful church protest gets $60,000 payout. Joanne Warren, a member of the Huskisson Heritage Association, has received $60,000 in compensation from New South Wales Police after being wrongfully handcuffed and detained while walking by a peaceful protest to protect a heritage church on the New South Wales South Coast. Ms. Warren was assaulted and arrested after she noticed police pushing another community member. After 45 minutes, she was released without being told why she was arrested. Ms. Warren turned to the Redfern Legal Centre, and a case was lodged against the police. The payment covers $30,000 in costs and $30,000 in compensation and is due to be accompanied by a written acknowledgement that police were at fault. Title: The feeling of being undervalued resonates with a lot of netballers. Helen Housby says players need to know their worth. England's netball star, Helen Housby, has highlighted the issue of player undervaluation in the sport, citing it as a problem that resonates with many female netballers. Housby, who plays for New South Wales Swifts in Australia's Super Netball, said that players need to understand their worth and not be afraid to speak out. Her comments come as Netball Australia faces a dispute with the Diamonds, with players demanding better pay and conditions. Housby herself has been in top form this season, helping the Swifts to secure the minor premiership. She was also selected for England's World Cup squad later this year. Counter-protesters outnumber opponents of drag queen's book reading event at Perth Library. A drag artist storytelling event at a library in Perth has been met with opposition and counter-protesters. About 200 demonstrators turned up in support of the event, hosted by Cougar Morrison, at Maylands Library. Protesters opposing the event alleged that it exposed children to grooming and that they were only trying to protect the children. However, Morrison refuted the allegations, stating that the counter-protests were an attack on the LGBTQ+ community. She also said that the types of books being read were inclusive and appropriate for children. Similar events have been cancelled in other parts of Australia due to threats against staff. Plus, homophobic chants bring early end to soccer match between US and Mexico. Mexican soccer fans directed homophobic chants at US players, leading to an early end of the CONCACAF Nations League semi-final match in Las Vegas. The referee ended the game 4 minutes early due to the chants, with persistent chanting causing the match to end 7 minutes later. In recent years, officials have issued fines and stadium bans in an attempt to stop the troubling tradition among Mexican soccer fans. The sport's governing body banned fans from 2 of Mexico's games in 2021 after the chants broke out at an Olympic qualifying tournament. FIFA also fined Mexico 60,000 Swiss francs in 2021 for the chants. Title: New South Wales Government scraps redevelopment plan for inner Sydney housing block, but plans for another. The New South Wales government has abandoned plans to redevelop the Franklin Street estate in Glebe, saying it will increase social housing at other local sites. Instead, the government is refurbishing 35 vacant properties in Glebe and offering them to social housing applicants while redeveloping a public housing site at Wentworth Park Road. Demand for social and affordable housing has increased significantly, with more than 57,000 applicants on the list for social housing. Social housing advocacy groups have been calling for the New South Wales government to build 5,000 additional social housing dwellings every year for the next 10 years. Patrick Dangerfield among patients forced to wait outside RASA's ramping crisis worsens. Geelong captain Patrick Dangerfield joins the list of South Australians affected by the state's ramping crisis, as he is forced to wait in a ramped ambulance outside the Royal Adelaide Hospital with a partially collapsed lung and a cracked rib after sustaining an injury in Thursday night's match. Last night all metropolitan hospitals across Adelaide were operating above capacity. Opposition leader David Spears said a code white had been called 6 times already this month across the metropolitan hospital system. Hashtags. Rockfall narrowly misses Swiss village. Residents of Brienz, a village in southeast Switzerland, can breathe a sigh of relief as a massive rock mass that was feared to fall and destroy their homes has come down but stopped just short of their settlement. The village was evacuated in early May after 1.9 million cubic meters of rock was deemed at risk of breaking away and potentially destroying it. Most of the rock mass tumbled late on Thursday night, with the head of the local council saying the rockside stopped just short of Brienz, leaving a meters-high deposit in front of the school building. Link. Title: Fox News producer fired over on-air headline about Joe Biden. A longtime producer for former Fox News host Tucker Carlson, Alex McCaskill, was fired by the network after an on-air headline described U.S. President Joe Biden as a wannabe dictator. The message appeared in the last minutes of Carlson's former timeslot and was taken down after viewers reported it on social media. Carlson did not name the producer but said he was one of the most capable persons in the building. McCaskill confirmed his exit in an Instagram post and was pictured outside of Fox's Manhattan office with a box. He had remained at Fox after Carlson was fired on April 24. Title: Vogue editor Anna Wintour and author Ian McEwan named Companions of Honor by King Charles III. Vogue editor-in-chief Anna Wintour and author Ian McEwan were among the select few named Companions of Honor by King Charles III on his birthday honors list. Wintour, a philanthropist and a big name in the fashion industry, has raised over $300 million for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. McEwan, known for novels like Atonement and Enduring Love, was recognized for his services to literature. Also given the honor was immunologist and geneticist Sir John Bell, whose work was critical in the development of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Over 1,000 people were also rewarded for their service to various fields.